Hello, everybody. Welcome to LaQuita's Toolbox. I'm your host, William McVade. LaQuita wasn't able to make it on this session, but she gave her blessing that we can keep on going. I am the social media and director for LaQuita's Toolbox, as well as for LaQuita's Modeling Solutions. And I'm so glad to be here on today. And I cannot wait for you guys to get into this whole conversation with our guest that we have on today. And so before we go into our guest, I want to give a shout out to Covenant Press. They are one of our sponsors for today. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play our introduction and then get into our guest. Alrighty, so we have Miss Natasha Harris and Mr. Nigel Dunn with us on today. And I just wanted you guys to just introduce yourselves just real quick and who you are, and then also the name of your organizations, okay? Starting with you, Miss Natasha.
Yes, I'm Natasha Harris, and I'm with Opportunity to Make Choices.
I'm Nigel Dunn with Blessings Undelivered Momentarily.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys for being on the LaQuita's Toolbox on today. I just have a couple of questions, a couple of conversations that we're gonna just talk about. Really, real quick, just first question: what inspired the foundation of your ministries or your organizations, and what specific community needs are these organizations addressing in Killeen, Texas, and surrounding areas? I want to go with Miss Natasha first, and then you, Mr. Nigel.
Well, what inspired it for me was that when I was doing foster care in 2011, and what I noticed was that my kids still needed help after the age of 18 and after 21. And so Opportunity to Make Choices was invented at that time in 2016 because they still needed help. They were not ready to take the world on. They were still struggling. And so some kids had moved out, but they had to come back because it just wasn't working. And so what Opportunity to Make Choices do is that we all know that at 18, we're still trying to figure it out. 21, we still don't have it together. So Opportunity to Make Choices is a program that wants to bridge young adults into adulthood instead of just throwing them out there. We want to bridge them into adulthood. So we offer life skills. Like we teach them how to drive cars. We teach them about how to get their ID, how to get their birth certificates, their social security card, sometimes when you move from house to house, are you precariously housed, then you lose all your material. So they don't know how to replace those things. And so we have to help them to begin to replace those items. So that's whether they in foster care or not in foster care. Sometimes they find themselves in precarious situations due to their fault, or sometimes due to the adult's fault. And so we're just really being big parents.
That's true. That's true. Mr. Nigel?
Nigel, man.
Nigel. I'm sorry. Nigel. I'm going to keep messing that up. I'm so sorry about that.
That's all right, man. So what inspired me, man, when I was a young teenager, I used to see people who needed change. They'd be in front of the store asking for money and stuff. And so when I got older, I always wanted to take someone, clean them up, put them in a hotel room, and take them out to get an interview. So I was 2022, that's when I started Blessings Undelivered Momentarily. I named it BUM because I hate the word bum. So when they see people on the street, when people see people on the street, they call them bum. Look at that bum over there bumming for change. So I made the word something positive. So now our mission at this current time is to try to take the people who's unsheltered and make them feel like they're worth something. Because a lot of times people overstep them, they overlook them, treat them like crap, tell them to get away from their business and stuff like that. But then, you know, what happens? These people are on the verge of suicide. You know, I
Yeah.
get a phone call and say, "Hey, I'm not feeling myself. I feel like crap. People treat me like I'm nothing. I just want to end it all." So, what my organization does, I try to make them feel better than what they feel like the day before. So I just try to make them feel good. If they can't get a bed at night, in the shelter, they can call us up. We have the funds. We will provide a room for them in a hotel room for 2 to 3 nights. We provide food for them. Sometimes we get clothing. And my ultimate goal is to provide permanent shelter.
Wow. Awesome. That's amazing. Now, what are some of the core service? I know you guys talked about just a little bit of it, but what are some of the core services and programs offered by you guys' organizations, and how does that impact the individuals and families in the community? Going with you,
And
Ty.
so one of the core things that we have done was did really some parenting classes, and we've also kind of partnership with CPS when it came to one of our clients that came, and she was actually at the end of her rope. She tried to commit suicide. She had 2 kids, and she already lost one of them. And the father had to come and pick him up from CPS, and the other kid was in CPS custody, and it was in a place in a foster home. The foster parent quickly was trying to adopt the baby. So she came and she was really in a desperate situation. So we had to do parenting classes with her. We also acted as the mediator with CPS as far as we did supervised visits with her child. CPS would bring the kid there and we would actually monitor the supervised visits. And she didn't have a high school diploma. So, we have a school that is connected to Opportunity to Make Choices, which is called Teach the Gifted Academy. We help her obtain her high school diploma. She also received a certificate program through Central Texas College in Temple. And so she's really been moving forward and upward. And so some of those things we provide for them are tutoring, helping improve those skills, helping improve the skills of parenting, sometimes even healthy dating. You'll be surprised. Healthy dating, especially when it's a lot of things are online right now, but we tell them, hey, when you're going on a date for the first time, these are not the things you should do. So even healthy dating, sometimes cooking. She first came to us, she did not know how to cook. Just sometimes it's just really simple, you know. And so we would love to have volunteers to come and do a cooking class for them. Um, Something even as simple as, what do I do at the bank, opening up bank accounts? It's just simple things that you think people will automatically know when they actually don't.
Oh, wow, that is so true. That is so true. Mr. Nigel?
Well, I'm gonna speak on something I did last year. I started a pilot program called Supporter Bump. And what I did it myself. I went down to the shelter. I befriended a person that was in the shelter, a young man who was thrown out by his family, 18 years old, didn't finish school, and he was just down on his luck. So what I did, I made a point to go check on him every week. I would call him, check on him, make sure he had food, make sure he had a couple of dollars in his pocket, and I helped him. He got employment, and he would do odd jobs around different places. But at the end of the day, I helped him get back to Alabama with his family, and now he's thriving. So things like that, to where we could get people out of the shelter and connect them with family who's willing to take them in and help them. Those are the things I'm trying to push. Go down to the shelter and go befriend someone, and you might click, and now that person's connected to you for life. That person's going to remember you. That you did everything for them to get them out of that situation. Unfortunately, I couldn't just keep going to the shelter and getting people out of the situation and getting them out, because we work off of donations, and so we would love people to volunteer to go do that. We would love people to donate to go be able to go down to the shelter and do that for everyone. So that's what one of the things I'm trying to do, the pilot program, support a bump.
Wow. Okay, you guys are are doing some awesome work in the Killeen area and surrounding areas. Um, Tell me this: what are some challenges that you guys had to face while while trying to help the community, and how do you guys overcome that in order to continue to serve the community?
Well, I can speak on that. Community support. You know, the challenges I face is getting the support from everyone in the community. I started in 2022, but I still have challenges on people trying to support things that I do. You know, there's a lot of people doing the same thing and they have the same mission that I have. Instead of us coming together and doing this mission for the common cause of getting people out of the street and getting them shelter, people think it's a competition and it's not. You know, so
Yeah,
my goal is to start a joint coalition. Let's come together. Let's blend our resources, and let's work together to get everything rolling. You know, it's not a competition. I'm not competing with you to be the bigger, nonprofit organization. I'm just trying to like make sure everyone's taken care of. You know, so that's the challenges I face. But how I overcome it, I trust in God, and I just keep my mission going. I make sure that the people that I'm trying to support, that they are the ones that I'm going to support, no matter what.
wow. Yeah, that's true. Because it's really hard to try to get like other organizations, especially if it's small organizations, nonprofits especially, trying to get them together and trying to produce a positive outcome for the community.
Yes, sir.
And I agree with you. I believe that if everybody just kind of like comes together and then tries to like pull in their resources and their contacts and stuff like that and just make it happen, I believe that the community will be like growing, not only growing but flourishing. And not only that, but it'll be better off than just doing everything individually. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Because right
so,
now people are tired. You might have an event going on today, then you have one going on tomorrow, then you have one going on the next day, and people don't have that kind of energy or money to keep going to different events. Let's come together, do one big event, and we can all just like make everything better.
yeah. And I believe that it's hard, like, especially if you're starting out as a nonprofit organization, it's hard to trying to pull in resources. It's hard to trying to get the people to come out, especially if you're in an area where there's not so much support.
Yes,
Um, and so, yeah, I agree absolutely. Like, we need to just kind of like change that mindset. And if we change that mindset, like, hey, it's for it's for the community, and if we put it first, I believe that a lot of conversations will start to happen, and
yes, sir.
not only
Yeah.
just behind the scenes, but also in front, and different connections will just kind of like blend in together. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, what about you, Miss Natasha? What are
I love the I love the fact that Nigel has us together because I house, he feeds. And so it has definitely been a long process. Like I tell people all the time, um, these are humanitarian professions.
yeah,
You know, this is humanitarian, so that means that we need to be humanitarian towards each other. And we also need to be humanitarian towards our community. This is our community. These are the people that would be working at grocery stores, bagging bags, that some people have people that are homeless is not always because of drugs. Sometimes some of us are one paycheck away from being homeless. One paycheck away. It just so happened the check came, but some people lost it just by one paycheck. And then everything spiraled downhill for them. So there are different levels of homelessness. So what we like to do, even as a team, is let's come on and tackle some of those challenges. They may just need someone to pay a month of rent. They just may need just some place to rent because they have rent before and their credit is bad.
yeah,
You know, we have a family that's in Harker Heights now, and she's have lots of children. And so she was unable to get a place because her credit is bad. So we had to house them in one of our facilities, and it's working really well. And it's just getting people to support. I need volunteers. I need people to really support the program that we have coming out for the fundraiser banquet. That's what can really help.
Ready to take your business, career, and mindset to the next level? Then it's time to join the conversation on LaQuita's Toolbox. Whether you're an entrepreneur, leader, or someone just looking to level up, this show is packed with powerful insights and real strategies to help you succeed. Imagine yourself here, sharing your story, your expertise, and making a real impact with an audience ready to grow and thrive. With LaQuita's Toolbox, you'll be inspired, empowered, and part of an incredible community that's all about winning. This is your moment. Don't miss the opportunity to be a guest on LaQuita's Toolbox. Unlock new doors, connect with like-minded professionals, and elevate your brand to new heights. Ready to make your mark? Head over to www.laquitamonley.com, LaQuita's Toolbox, and sign up to be a guest today.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. What are some of your future goals and visions? So after, and we're gonna get to the banquet in a little bit, but after like after today, after this month, what are your future goals and visions for growth for both you guys' organizations?
Well, I can say one thing is that the goal is to buy some land and build a whole big apartment complex, a school, everything that's all in one that they need right there. That's the future goal, really, for both of us.
She hit the nail on the head, man. Like my ultimate vision is to build a no cost facility for the unsheltered. Because right now,
Yes.
when they go to a shelter, they have a bed for a night. But when they get up and the next morning, they have to pack everything up, be out by a certain time, have to go somewhere with all their belongings, be back at the shelter by a certain time. I think it's like 3 o'clock. Be in line for a bed that they may not get, right? And then if they don't get the bed, they have to go find somewhere to sleep and try to be comfortable for that night. If we build a no cost facility where they live at for a certain period of time, it's not just like you're gonna live there and do nothing. For a certain period of time, you know that if you go get employment, you already know when you come home, you have somewhere to lay your head.
Yeah.
So that's one thing less you have to worry about. So if we can get that situated, and we are gonna get that situated, and
Yes.
we come together, we're gonna get that situated. Man, you talking about something powerful that's gonna happen, and we're gonna make it happen. That's the vision.
Okay, awesome. I can't wait for real. And I believe that when that vision comes to fruition, when it comes to alive, that a lot of people are going to be really grateful for it. A lot of people are going to be really grateful, and it's going to just only make it. It's just going to make everything better. And not only that, but you're going to encourage other organizations, other nonprofits, to start kind of like coming together as well. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's awesome. Last question for you guys: How does you guys organization? How do you guys measure success? Like everybody measures success differently. I just want to know, like, how do you guys measure success for your organizations? Are there any specific outcomes or milestones you're trying to aim or achieve?
Well, for me, it changes every day. I know that if I help one person to not unalive themselves, that's success for me that day. I know that if I help somebody get a room for the night or 2 nights, that's success for that day. Every day my measure of success changes.
Okay, awesome, Mr.
For me, I do keep a record of who's in the program and who is and where they are. And I keep them I stay accountable as far as pretty much analyzing the data and seeing where can I improve at, and where can they improve at. And I definitely keep a record of that.
Okay, awesome. Now tell everybody about this event you guys are hosting together. That is coming up pretty soon. On October 6th. So, just in your own words, just tell me really in depth what is this event about, just for those who don't know what's going on.
So Miss Natasha and I got together, and we're going to do a banquet, and our guest of honors, or is it guests for honor? It's going to be the unsheltered community. We want them to come out. We want them to feel appreciated and loved and supported. Like I said earlier, sometimes they feel like trash, and we want them to come out, and we want them just to sit at the head of the table and feel all the love that we have for them, and let them know that, hey, you are our community. You're part of our community, and we want to love on you, and help is coming. Like bum blessings undelivered momentarily. They haven't been delivered yet, but they're coming, right? And
Right.
so we're gonna have live entertainment. We have a young lady called Miss Delightful. She's been on the 85 South show. If you haven't seen her, man, check her out. I have
Yeah.
a young Christian rapper. I'm waiting on him to confirm that he's gonna come out. We have a DJ. We have a caterer. Um, Man, we have a guest speaker, MC. It's gonna be a nice banquet, and it's gonna be casual. The attire is not formal. But one day we're gonna do a gala for the unsheltered to come out, and hopefully someone will donate clothing for that gala.
Mm.
But this is just starting out. This is one of many to come. Where we're going to appreciate them, and hopefully, when people start to see things that we're doing, that they come on, and everything will start to grow as we move further along. You know, but yeah, come on out. It's $40 for a ticket for an individual, $320 for a table. If you want your organization to have come out and buy a table, $320. Did I miss anything, Miss Natasha?
No, you haven't missed anything. We definitely will have a table there also where if they want some clothing, they can grab some clothing. We also going to have a table there where if they need some hygiene products, they can have hygiene products and anything that would, kind of freshen them up if they want it. It'll be available for them also.
Awesome. Now, where is this going to be located at?
It's at the Killeen Arts and Activity Center. It's 801 North 4th Street B. I don't know what the B is for, but but it's where they have all the plays at. If you went to the play for Color Girls, it's the same building, um, downtown.
Okay. And if somebody wants to get a ticket or anything like that, how do they purchase a ticket or a
So,
table?
so they can contact myself. It's better if they text me at 254-220-2113, or email me at blessingsundelivered@gmail.com. And I will personally deliver your ticket within reason. I'm not gonna drive, 2 hours for you, deliver your ticket, right? But I deliver your ticket within reason. I'll drive to you for that ticket.
Wow. Awesome. And this this whole event you guys saying is for the unsheltered, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's for the
Yes, sir.
unsheltered. And so you guys come out to this event, like it is going to be one amazing event. Like to me, putting on events takes a lot of work. It does take a lot of work. And so when you have something like this of this magnitude coming to Colleen, this is just going to be nothing short of amazing, to be honest. And so you guys, how do people actually kind of reach out to your organizations? Are you guys on Facebook, Instagram? Like what kind of how do people reach out to you guys?
I have a phone number. They can also text me also, which is 254-419-4761. And I also have a website, which is opportunity to make choices.org.
And my website is thebummovement.org.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what happened. I was like, hold up. I think I just accidentally clicked my mute button.
Oh,
By chance. I'm so sorry. But I do appreciate you guys coming by LaQuita's Toolbox. We do have a few more minutes. Do y'all want to say anything to our viewers as encouragement or as just kind of like a support?
well, let me just say this. So, personally, I've been going through a season, right? The season of 2023, 2024 have been one of the hardest seasons of my life. I'm gonna be transparent. I lost my house, money, my uncle, friends in passing. But like Tyree said, right? He's doing the best with the 24 hours he got, right? But I look at it like this, man. And anybody who's going through the same thing, I'm trying to give you words of encouragement. I'm still able to get out there and help people who are going through the same thing, who have less than I have. So don't be discouraged when things start to happen. God has written your story already. We just characters in a book, or we characters in a story. So at the end of the day, you have to just walk your path, and God has written it for you already. So just keep on walking it, keep on living it, and it's gonna be all right. I'm still smiling. I smile every day, even though I went through the whole thing. So just keep smiling, man, and you'll get through it. That's it.
Yes. And I guess the last say so that I have is, just love. You never know when somebody is at their edge, and you never know, you may be entertaining an angel, so you always should be, very loving towards people and don't look down on anybody, because you never know who turn will be next.
That's true. I do agree with that. All right, you guys, thank you for joining LaQuita's Toolbox. Again, please go out and get those tickets. $40 per person, or if you want to get a whole table, that's going to be $320. This is a banquet for the homeless and for the unsheltered. And this is being presented by BUM and Opportunities to Make Choices. Again, this is going to be at the Arts and Activity Center in Killeen, Texas. Doors open at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday, October 6th, 2024. All right. So this is the end. Thank you again, you guys, for joining our podcast, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Ready to take your business, career, and mindset to the next level? Then it's time to join the conversation on LaQuita's Toolbox. Whether you're an entrepreneur, leader, or someone just looking to level up, this show is packed with powerful insights and real strategies to help you succeed. Imagine yourself here, sharing your story, your expertise, and making a real impact with an audience ready to grow and thrive. With LaQuita's Toolbox, you'll be inspired, empowered, and part of an incredible community that's all about winning. This is your moment. Don't miss the opportunity to be a guest on LaQuita's Toolbox. Unlock new doors, connect with like-minded professionals, and elevate your brand to new heights. Ready to make your mark? Head over to www.laquitamonley.com, LaQuita's Toolbox, and sign up to